Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we're going to check out an amazing legend of a guitar player. I'm sure you're familiar with him if you clicked on the video. And yes, of course, we're talking about Frank Marino. And we're going to watch one video and we're going to listen to 4 more songs. This is a marathon, and I really wanted to say thank you to Dale, who sponsored this video. Thank you so much for the support and for, giving more Frank Marino, to the channel. And so we have an official Frank Marino marathon. So it starts off here by him. Again, thank you so much for sending me the links of the videos. I have them pulled up. I'm going to pull up the video in a second for you guys. But it says here, I would like to show another side of Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush with this marathon. These songs are heavily influenced by Jimi Hendrix. Unfortunately, none of these are available on Spotify. So what I have linked here are the best available audio and video that I could find. And again, thank you so much for doing that for me. It says here, outside of the first song, they're all pretty good for YouTube. I know I kind of like when I pulled it up, I saw it's a little bit blurry, but hey, it is what it is. I really appreciate it. So the first one, the video is All Along the Watchtower from a concert that was recorded in Bromont, Canada, east of Montreal in 1979, digitized from VHS. I wish the quality of it was a bit better, but it's good enough, I think. I prefer this live version rather than the version from the album Tales of the Unexpected, as it has more energy, more of a hard rock vibe. Frank has talked about getting the rights to this concert so he can get it remastered. I hope so. Frank's younger brother, Vince, is playing rhythm guitar. He joined the band for the 1980 What's Next album. So we're going to start it off with this, and then we're going to read the rest of the email while we, check out Frank and his playing. And of course, I've heard All Along the Watchtower before. I even used to play All Along the Watchtower in a band that we had. So it's a classic, So let's give it up for Frank here in a second. Let me just pull up the video and we'll see what will happen. All right, here we go. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush, All Along the Watchtower. Let's check it out. Let me see. What is this? I just wanted to check the quality and I clicked on something else. Yeah. I think we're good to go with this. That's the highest as it goes. It's about, I guess, DVD quality, 480. So let's check it out here and enjoy, everyone. Here we go.
We're going to do something right now from side 1 of that album. It's a Bob Dylan song. It goes like this.
Nice. Yeah. Wow, so good. Oh my lord. What a player. Let me just do this. Yeah. What a player. I love and it's like, you know, I've done some videos, but I've never seen him this young. And I mean, it's a classic, you know. Obviously, I think, you know, Jimi Hendrix obviously made it a lot more popular than the Bob Dylan version, which is more like a folky song. But Jimmy kind of like took it to the next level. And this is like, I mean, I love Frank's technique. He's just so clean and smooth and he has the chops and the feel. I heard some licks there at the end. They were like way beyond its time, you know, like it's almost like, you know, in going into the shredding territory. Very beautiful blues, you know, but also very, very technical, great, you know, technical command over the instrument. And just like that part where they only filmed his face, which was enough, but it would have been cool also to see his, you know, his hand and everything. He has just beautiful technique, honestly. That I think it's a Gibson SSG. I could be wrong, but that's a beautiful guitar as well. Just the whole, like, his presence on there is just intoxicating. Really, really good. Thank you so much. Yes, there was a little bit of crackling in the video. It is what it is, you know, but that's just, you know, we're fortunate enough to be able to see this, you know. So I think that's already, you know, a win, you know. Great singing as well, you know. He has just he has the look, he has the hair, the way, you know, I mean, back in the 70s, you know, he has the stash, you know. It's just very cool. But no, honestly, the solo, the first solo, beautiful, and the second one even better. I mean, and I love that he made his own version. He didn't do any kind of like exact replica of anything. It was just his, you know. So very, very cool. So definitely a winner. Thank you so much, And let's continue. Let's continue with Dale's email here. What else he has to say about the next video? Now, the next video, I'm not going to really show it on the screen because it's just the the cover of the album. So we're just going to listen to the audio. And the last video I see was just some kind of like footage. I'd rather just show the music so we can focus, we can focus on the sound. So the next tune here is called Child of the Novelty. This is the audio only from the album of the same name, 1974. By the way, Frank plays all of the instruments, guitars, bass, drums on this song before Frank overdosed on LSD at the age of 13. I heard that. That was crazy. How could that even happen, right? In 1968, he was a jazz drummer. I interpreted this song as Frank being the child and Jimi Hendrix being the novelty. All right, so let's check it out. I have it right here. Man, that All Along the Watchtower was so good. So we are looking at the cover here, if you're familiar. And let's pull the audio here. This is a 2006 remaster. Let's check it out.
From a land where dragons stood, a young boy dared what no man could. Born of fire and ice and wood, he came here full of life. Well, he loved and laughed and floated past the echoes of a velvet mind that whispered fairy tales untold, that kissed his mind, caressed his soul. Well, times they changed and things rearranged, and a young man stood alone. But he decided to keep those echoes going and ascended the mighty throne. He was a child of a novelty, and he took them by surprise. He made them feel that he was real. He worked magic before their eyes.
Very cool. Very, very good.
But he claimed that he was a child of a novelty and nothing more. Well, he tried to cry out how he felt, and they answered, it's a lie. But by this time, this novel child had squeezed his soul bone dry. He was a child of a novelty, and he took them by surprise. He made them feel that he was real. He worked magic, magic. Oh, he worked magic, magic. Oh, sweet magic, magic. Before their eyes.
Wow. So good. So good. You know what this reminded me of a little bit? This reminded me of like Thin Lizzy because of a little bit the voice, you know, here, but also the harmony guitars. Really, really cool. The way he kind of like started, you know, playing the octaves, you know, he was playing, and then the harmony guitar, and it had like this almost like very oriental sounding lead. Really, really cool, this theme. So cool. And also thank you so much, you know, for providing the lyrics. And what a crazy story. It says here, this man was so talented, he plays all the instruments in the song. I've been a fan since 1975, praying for you, Frank. Hope you get better. I've known that Frank is not really doing so well. So obviously, if he ever sees this, I wish you, of course, nothing but great health and, you know, success and happiness, you know. The comments here, still get goosebumps. This is my favorite song. I haven't heard the song since 1974. Wow, I'm so happy right now. All the great memories, you know. That's what I love about our videos. When I watch our comment section, that a lot of people are like, man, this takes me back, you know. Really, really cool. Again, super. The solo, I love that it was almost more like a themed, you know, thing, because it was kind of like, it was harmonized. I mean, he was playing the harmony with, so, and then at the end, he kind of like let loose and started improvising. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Really cool song. And yeah, check it out. You know, Child of the Novelty, 1974. Unfortunately, it's only on YouTube, or go out and buy it, you know. If you're a fan, you know, then, you know, I guess there's nothing better than getting the original. So, but yeah, I could also leave the links if you want me to in the description. I might do that. All right. So, let's move it on to the next one. Let's see here. Also, just the rhythm part I wanted to talk about before we move on. It had that Jimi Hendrix, you know, that kind of like, I can't really sing it, you know, what I'm hearing in my head, but it had those typical chords and lead, you know, mixture of the style is there, you know, and while he's singing, he's doing all this like rhythm stuff and lead stuff at the same time. Always very, very interesting to listen to. All right. So let's move it along here with number 3. This is called Thru The Milky Way, from the album Child of the Novelty, same album. There's a pretty cool backwards guitar solo in this one, okay? In this song, Frank gives a nod lyrically to Jimi Hendrix and his song The Stars That Play with Laughing Sam's Dice, from 1967. Let's check out the solo, and obviously a backwards solo, for those of you who don't know what that is something recorded and then played back in reverse. And so it sometimes sounds kind of like it lags, and it kind of like, so yeah, let's check it out. And also, sorry about that. I don't know what that was. It kind of stopped. YouTube, you know how it kind of wants to push ads, even though you have premium. It wants to put in an ad there, which is super annoying. But hey, you know, we pay for YouTube Premium, but it still happens, you know, from now and then. So, okay. So Thru the Milky Way, a Mahogany Rush. And here we go with more Frank. Let's go.
Well, I fly out to Mars and see the Martian fields of wheat. And a brother up on Jupiter, and I'll tell you it's no lie. And was talking about the universe before he up and died. And here's where I belong. Been trying an awful long time to get a point into this song. A song of time and men and space and how they all relate. A song that came to me from a man who nobody could hate. Hey, I'm coming through the Milky Way. Oh, come to see old buddy. Say what you used to say. Oh, man.
Ooh, wow. Great panning. Wow, man. Now it's forward, yeah. Holy moly, what a great record. I might get this. You know, this was amazing. So yes, I did notice the backwards solo. Very, very cool. But I mean, the whole thing, it sounds really I don't want to. I'm almost afraid to say the word heavy on this channel, but you know, it is. I mean, yes, it's hard rock. You know, great again, just great licks, great ideas. You know, and the backwards solo, and then I love how he was constantly kind of like panning from left to right and right to left, and just doing this. With the solo, so it's like soaring through your head. Very cool. I'm really, really impressed by his technical ability. Like I because I'd seen some, but it was, I guess, more like blues based. Not that hard rock. Not that I don't know. It was just it was great playing, but just like I love when people get into just more challenging territory, and I'm so happy that he's such a good player, and clean as hell. I love his tone, and that is really important to me. I really, really appreciate that, because it takes years and years to master how to play efficiently, creatively, with dynamics, and with a certain cleanness to your playing. And just like the way he shreds away is really, really good. Like, I'm really enjoying this very, very much. And it's a great idea, the backwards solo. And then I love how it took over, and then he went, how you could hear those bends, backwards, and then how he came in again with a solo, going not backwards but forward. Really, really cool. Yeah, like I'm saying, really, this is really, really good. There was a sound going off. I apologize for that as well. There's all sorts of things going on this computer that I want to shut off here real quick. Give me a second. So here we go. And then we're going to close that as well. And they can go off on my phone. Sometimes, especially right now, since Alexia is away, I just, installed these notifications. And basically what she was telling me, she's like, hey, I'm safe, because they went to do this river rafting. And, she's a great swimmer, but hey, you never know. It gets kind of bumpy, so I'm very happy that she's safe. And now we can continue. All right. Okay. Let's take another look here. At Dale's email. Now it says here, Moonlight Lady from the album Strange Universe 1975. This one is sublime, perfect, no other words needed. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up the volume. And let's see here. Give me a second. And boom.
Moonlight lady, mysterious lady, in your diamond-studded gown, the glitter star bright. Let me bathe once more in silver beauty. Let me hear again your cool air. So gay, so light. Well, your eyes have touched so gently on my foolish open heart, and then your lips smile with love and patience, and the golden fantasies tore my reality apart. And did we make love, wonderful love, or was I losing my mind? 'Cause I woke up and you'd slipped away to another world, another time.
Holy shit.
Moonlight lady, my beautiful lady, in the flower blooming night. But now the wind in the meadow soars like a willow, and the moon, ancient sorrow, is captive.
So good. Like, you know what wow. Okay, so this one again, there's something about his like when he improvises or the scales that he uses, it reminds me a little bit of Marty Friedman, who uses a lot of oriental sounding scales. You know, it's very interesting, and I sometimes do it as well. It's just a lot of fun. Man, this was so good. And his voice here reminds me a little bit. It does remind me just in general of of what's his name, Phil, from Thin Lizzy. But it also reminded me here of Paul Di'Anno from Iron Maiden a little bit. And I think I've said that before, and I got a bunch of flack for it. But hey, you know, that's what I hear, and you know, that's just my opinion. I think this is amazing. I wish these were on Spotify, but again, I rather have them, you know, if, you know, Frank right now, I just read something that he's struggling. I rather you buy the album than stream it, because in streaming there's no money, you know, so let's be just real. So at the age of 70, going to be 71 on November 20th. Here's Francesco Antonio Marino, Canadian guitarist and singer, best known as the leader of Canadian hard rock band Mahogany Rush. Often compared to Jimi Hendrix, he's described as one of the most, I don't agree with this, underrated guitarists of the 1970s. In 2021, he announced his retirement from music. I think the underrated is not that he's not appreciated or that he's not good. He's just like, I guess people just don't know that much about him. But hey, us fans, I mean, I listen to, you know, guitar players that nobody has ever heard of. And they're like within the music community, they're super, super well known. I think when they say underrated, they mean just in general, like radio play, whatever MTV was when it was, and just like amongst guitar players. Because what I don't understand is people, like, I saw this comment the other day and I found it kind of like, well, you know, it is what it is, you know. There was in a Frank Zappa video, there's someone that commented and he basically said, wow, this solo is amazing, even though it was not played by Jimmy, as in Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy, as in Jimmy Page, Eddie, as in Eddie Van Halen, or Richie, as in Richie Blackmore. That's basically where it started and ended for this gentleman. That's all the guitar playing he knew. That's all. Those are the big four, you know. And that's obviously, you know, if we really think about that, that's just, you know, that is people that are, I think I would almost say, a little bit overrated. Because I mean, where's Mark Knopfler? Where's, you know, David Gilmour? Where's Clapton? Where's Di Meola? Where's Pat Metheny? You know, where's these are all legendary guitar players. Where's Holdsworth? Where is Alex Lifeson? You know, now that I knew he was from Canada, but you know, for example, Alex Lifeson, he's amazing, you know. And people talk about Jimmy Page, you know, and Richie Blackmore. And I know Jimmy Page, you know, and Richie Blackmore are so, but where's, you know, Iommi from Black Sabbath? I know they're the creators, they're the co-founders of rock and roll, you know. But I mean, it's just like there's a lot of very, very important musicians that are missing, and I'm not even getting into the deep cuts the ones that are just like above and beyond, you know, that those guitar players are on a different like level of guitar playing, but nobody knows them because it's just not popular to listen to very, very complex music, other than, or you're into jazz fusion or into progressive rock, you know. So I guess that's what they mean about underrated. I think he's an amazing musician, and yes, he does have a great similarity with Jimi Hendrix, and I think that's a standout, which is amazing. But I think he's very original. I mean, he does have that influence, of course, but I think he's his own guitar player. I wouldn't compare him with Jimi Hendrix. I think he has different chops and he had different talents, you know. And also, we have to be real. You know, Jimi Hendrix only lived until 27, so we never really heard what could have been. I'm sure, like if Jimi Hendrix would have continued to live, we would have heard incredible things because he was such an innovator, you know. So it says here, so I didn't know this. So just for people that don't know about Frank Marino, what's Frank Marino's medical condition? The work resulted in Marino being diagnosed with adhesive capsulitis, frozen shoulder. And this is quote, I've got 50% movement in the arm, he said in 2012. Although I have movement, I haven't lost the pain. So that sucks, obviously, especially as a musician, any kind of musician. He remains, there's some a quote, he remains as my all-time favorite guitarist. Sadly, Frank announced his retirement in 2021 due to an unexpected and debilitating medical condition just before he was set to tour the USA. Frank is one of the most humble of musicians. He deserves so much more recognition. That's, again, I think it's about the recognition that people kind of like get into that he hasn't gotten. And I, you know, all my favorite guitar players, and I could talk about, you know, I mean, yes, Guthrie maybe, but like if we talk about Greg Howe, if we talk about Ron Jarzombeck, if we talk about Holdsworth, if we talk about even Jason Becker, you know, just people that had incredible or have incredible and almost unhuman like command over the instrument. These people get no credit at all. They don't make any money, you know. It's just super sad, but it is what it is. You know, we live in a world, unfortunately, where, you know, if you have a hit that's 2 minutes long, then you're better off than playing a, so, you know, 5-minute guitar solo, which is, you know, for musicians, it's super sad because, I mean, musicians would love to have a platform where you can express your music and your improvisation. And that's more, and that's why a lot of guitar players go into instrumental music or jazz, you know, where you can actually improvise, where you have the kind of like the time and space to play, you know. So let's continue. This was great. I mean, so far every song has blown me away, especially the last three. I mean, don't get me wrong, All Along the Watchtower is an amazing song, but it's like, you know, I love this original stuff way better because it just shows how talented he actually is, you know. So all right, so let's check out here. So Makin My Wave, it says here, give me a second, from the album Child of Novelty. Frank has said that this song was tongue-in-cheek poke at the rumor mill spreading the lies about him taking in the spirit of Jimi Hendrix. I'm sure he had a blast with that, and you know, I believe the story was started by his first record company. Jimi Hendrix reincarnated. Maybe. Well, I mean, why not? You know, so. But I mean, I guess they were not born. They were when Jimmy passed. He was already, you know, an adult. So I don't know. Maybe the spirit kind of like entered his body. I don't know how that would work, but you know, I guess you guys get the drift. Okay. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna pause here for a second. I'll be right back. All right, here we go with number 5, Mahogany Rush, Makin My Wave, 1974. Let's check it out. Give me a second here, and boom.
In that life, I led a mighty good pace. you all on. Then all of a sudden I was dead and gone. Well, I hope you don't think it's too bold for me to say just what's on my mind, but I'll say it anyway. Well, look out, people, 'cause I've come back from my grave and I'm gonna make my way.
Very good, man.
Well, if you can dig what I'm talking about, then just lay back and let the music move you around. 'Cause we all got time to love one another. It don't matter who you are, see, 'cause we're all brothers. Well, I'm glad I can put my word to you this way. I hope you dig it all till your dying day. Well, I'm coming on back and I'll be back to stay. And I'm gonna make my wave.
I love that band.
7 golden angels filled with 7 golden bands, softly clad in fiery gowns made from 7,000 golden rings. They called my name, and blood became and sang 7 times, and sent me home in the moonlight to be at peace with one.
Again, a little bit of harmony guitar there. So good. I really like, I love the voice here. They do, I mean, yes, when they say that he has that Hendrix knack, you know, especially in this song, because of the whole style, the way the phrasing goes, you know, very Hendrix. Very cool. Again, just this solo here was like face melting, like literally, like I couldn't contain myself. I'm just like, enjoy, you know, when you close your eyes and put on headphones, for Christ's sakes, when you listen to music. I mean, yes, it's always cool to have an amazing stereo, but some things you just don't hear the same. I could be wrong, but hey, there's again a lot of great comments here. I can't stop smiling. So many great memories from this album. Rediscovering Frank, almost forgot how good his music is. he's getting his recognition now that he deserves. This is posted 14 years ago. F the music industry and rock and roll Hall of Fame. Frank is the man, and for me, he will always be the heart of rock and roll in my head. See, so this is how the fans feel. This was amazing. This was really, really good. The way he plays with that crybaby, the wah pedal, face melting stuff. Really, really good. Just the whole rhythm section. It's cool. It's effective. It's great rock and roll. It's great music. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Like this guy obviously is a legend, and yes, you know, it is what it is with the music industry. It is really broken. You know, it's really like, and especially nowadays. I mean, I can't believe what people pump out nowadays. It's just garbage, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's an amazing amount of music coming out, but it's literally under the radar. Like, you can't even find it with a radar. That's how bad it is, you know? So if you're a music freak, yes, you can find good music, but why is it not out there? Why is it not being played? You know, it's like we live in this bizarre time where basically garbage is being played on the radio. Like, it's really sad, but well, you know, it is what it is. Let's not get into this. We have a special request, and of course, I wanted to thank Dale for the tip that you added to this marathon. I did see, and it says here, in the spirit of the holiday, today is the 4th, and of course, I feel generous always. It says here, in the spirit of the holiday, if you're feeling generous, that is, and yes, of course. A video of the song World Anthem from the 1978 live album. This video has the audio together with footage of a fireworks display taken by a drone in the danger zone. I would like to do that. I just recently bought a drone, and I've been flying it around, but not in the danger zone. But that would be kind of cool if to do that. You know, have some fireworks going. Oh Lord. Sorry about that. Let me just open this so it doesn't sound. And yeah, and fly it, you know, while fireworks are going on, or something of interest. Give me a second. Let's see here. Okay, so it says here, so taken by a drone in the danger zone of set display. It's pretty cool. With this video added, it would put the marathon at 26 minutes, which is fine. You know, a lot of people go over. I'm not like that. It says, I wouldn't classify this song as a Hendrix influence, but maybe it is. I get goosebumps at the end of this instrumental every time I hear it. All right, let's pull it up on, and let me just pause the video for a second. All right, here you go. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush, the World Anthem, fireworks. So if this was obviously fan made, let's check it out. And I remember actually, before I had a drone, at Alexia's sister's wedding, there was someone flying his drone through the fireworks. That was pretty amazing, and I was jealous. So of course, because I would have loved to steer that drone. So here we go. got hit there for a second. Backwards. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Great applause. Yeah, it got hit there for a second, the drone. All right. Very, very cool. I loved it. Very, very cool. Very cool idea. And definitely you can do something like that in Mexico, I'm sure. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to fly here. We live very close to an airport, not in like the international airport, which is also kind of close. So we're kind of like double whammy, but we do have a airport here for just test piloting and stuff like that. So I cannot fly the drone like by the house. I've done it so, but it's you basically have to sign a agreement that if anything happens, 100% your responsibility, and you have to measure the height and everything. You can't go above a certain you know, height, but I can fly it over the building, you know, and through the trees, and but it got hit there for a second, but really cool shots. And also the music obviously goes very well. I don't know if I would call it Hendrix and music. It was more like, yeah, it was an anthem. It was really cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had a great or you're having, now that you see it, or you had, now you see it in the past 4th of July, you know, were together with your family and enjoyed your day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, he is a hell of a player. I'm nothing but respect for the man. I mean, when I was doing this, I mean, I was like, see how he's shredding. That is already, you know, a little bit next level for a lot of guitar players that, you know, play different sorts of material. So I think he's very, very efficient, and I just wish he could still play, and, you know, but it is what it is, you know. I hope he gets better. One can only wish sometimes, you know, like, I mean, there's one of my favorite guitar players has been paralyzed since he was 18 years old, and he recorded 3 albums that are still literally unmatched by other guitar players. It's just, this guy was already at a level as a teenager that some people will never achieve in their entire lifetimes. I'm talking about, of course, Jason Becker. So check him out. He's an amazing, more of a, you know, shredder guitar player, very, very classically influenced and stuff like that. But yeah, again, thank you so much, Dale. This was wonderful. I appreciate it. I appreciate the extra tip for the marathon. And of course, let me know what you think. And please, all the Frank Marino fans or guitar fans, music fans, comment below. And yeah, if you like the channel, subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.